Hey guys, welcome back. It's Carter. As you can see, I'm out of town, but no fear, we're still going to have the vlog today. So in today's vlog, we're going to cover something a little different. I had a few questions about, does Zcash or Ether work actually on a modern laptop? Has anybody tried anything? And I thought, why not, while I'm out of town, test that out on the Alienware that we got here. So we're going to take you through ETH and Zcash, how they work on a modern laptop with a GTX 1070 in it. Hang out. Alright, so let's go ahead and cover the specs of this laptop. This is an Alienware 17R4. This is one of the newer 7th gen i7 Alienware laptops with 32 gigs of RAM. We have a 1 terabyte solid state. It's the NVMe class 50 solid state, and then a 1 terabyte spindle drive for some extra storage that we use some video editing. Now this also has the GTX 1070 in it, and that's really what's going to be the heart behind this Zcash test. And we went ahead and installed Afterburner. You can see the base settings right now haven't been messed with, and we're going to be using the EQM version 0.04 that we downloaded actually from ZCASH's forum, and you can see it right here. Nice hashes, EQM ZCASH NVIDIA optimized miner for Maxwell and Pascal. So out of the gate, all we did is make an adjustment with the address, and we are going to launch the start.bat just to see what this laptop produces. Now this again is just using the 1070 that's on the laptop. We left the CPU turned off. We're going to take a look and see what this thing actually outputs. Looks right now it's holding about 373, which from a laptop, let's spin it up a little more, and you can see the clock settings right now that the 1070 is on. 1632, 1645, somewhere around there. So after letting it run for a little bit, it would never increase over 383 sols. So we went ahead and kicked up the core clock by almost 100 megahertz and the memory about the same. And right around 1700 for the total core now on this, and it looks like we're getting almost 400 sols locked in. So we let it previously run for a little bit to see what we'd get to, and never really went over 385 sols per second. So kicking up the core and the memory by almost 100 piece puts us at about 1695 and almost 3900 memory. Temps seem to be holding right around 61 Celsius, and our sols just about break 400 now on this laptop. So not too bad. This is not with the CPU enabled. We're going to do that next. And we do not have a voltage monitor with us, but this power adapter is 240 watts, so we can just take an assumption right now we are using up all that, or pretty close to it. So 400 watts for 400 sols for 200 watts. So lastly, went ahead and added the CPU to the mix and enabled all 8 cores. Now it couldn't unlock, it gave me an unlock error saying that it couldn't allocate all. However, there would be some degraded performance, but bottom line, it looks like we're getting about 22 extra sols out of this, so 23 extra sols now. So we're at 422 sols per second, 423. It's slowly going up. It'll probably land out at about 430, and again, you can see where we're at with the memory and actual clock speeds. It looks like it temperature throttled a little bit, because we were right at about 1690 on the core, and now at 68 Celsius it's dropped the core just a little bit. So the laptop's kind of trying to conserve itself, and it looks like we're right there. We're back down to 422. So 420, I think we've seen a 423 there for a second, and then now we're back down to 422, and then there's another 423. So it really looks like we've hit the limit on this Alienware laptop. So You know, I wouldn't recommend doing a lot of heavy mining with a laptop just because of the expense of, you end up burning up your graphics processor. But, you know, if you wanted to get a couple cycles in here and there with it, I wanted to at least show you guys what, if you had any questions on what an actual, you know, higher end, you know, commercial available laptop would produce when it comes to at least ZCASH. We'll go ahead and wrap this up with ZCASH. I'll show you briefly on Ethereum of what it can do, and then we'll call it an end to this episode. So now trying this with Ethereum, went ahead and reset the clocks back to base clock just to get a kind of a base reading from it. And went ahead and started up Claymore 9.3. And it looks like we're doing actually pretty good. I was actually expecting a little slower than this, but we're rocking in a solid 25.9 mega hash on this stock Alienware 7th gen i7 with the 1070 GTX. Again, this is just the GPU running, and it looks like we're almost at 26 mega hash, which is actually pretty surprisingly good. And that's with the base clocks. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just modify this on the fly. We're going to take it back up to where we had before. Let's go ahead and do 100 on the core, and then we're going to go ahead and do 100 on the memory also. Go ahead and let that apply, and let's see what kind of change we see out of this. You can see it increased it a little bit, about a mega hash, about 26. Now pushing this any much higher, you know, that's really kind of pushing the limit on where we'd really want to go with the laptop. You know, the recovery and as you can see here, that with the temps being as low as they are and they're starting to heat up, once we get about 68, this thing will start backing down on the core itself. So a little over 1800 megahertz core for the 1070 on this Alienware. But I just give you guys a kind of a basic idea of what the Alienware laptop can do. You know, bone stock, 26 mega hash, not too bad. So thanks for checking that out. So I know it was a pretty quick video, but we're going to take you through a few things that we're going to go through this week. While we're out of town, I recorded a ton of video over the last week, and I'm going to be putting that together as part of this week of vlogs and showing you some deeper dives on those RX 580s that we did, and a couple of the other cards, the Strix, and I believe we did these XFX. So I have a ton of extra video that I can actually put a proper, you know, normal episode together for you guys on that. So we're going to be taking that and putting that together as part of the vlog this week. I'll return on Friday, and then we'll see what we got for the weekend, maybe even another live stream. So keep the questions coming. I'll try to get them answered for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe, get this thing spread away to everybody. All right, that's how we get our feedback, and we'll bring that content to you. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I have a dream, and it's right in front of me. I know, I'm under like a submarine.